Imagine this. You meet a guy who seems perfect. He's charming, says all the right things, and makes you feel special. But something doesn't add up. One day, he's all over you, and the next, he's distant. You start wondering, is he playing games? Is he serious about me? Or am I just another option? Today, we are going to break this down and reveal the 5 undeniable signs that a man is not serious about you. And trust me, the last one is the most important. It's the one that will make everything crystal clear. Before we dive in, make sure to subscribe to Female Red Pill, hit the like button, and drop a comment below if you've ever felt like a guy was stringing you along. This discussion is going to open your eyes and you don't want to miss what's coming next. Now let's get straight into it. The first sign that a man isn't serious about you is inconsistency. One moment he's attentive, sending sweet messages, making you feel like a queen. The next he disappears, taking hours or even days to respond. This is not a coincidence. This is a deliberate tactic. Rollo Tomassi, in The Rational Male, explains how men who are truly invested in a woman make their intentions clear through consistent actions. Chapter 10, pages 112-118, dives deep into how a man's investment is directly proportional to his interest. If he's hot and cold, it's not because he's busy, it's because he's keeping his options open. Think about it. A man who truly values you will not leave you guessing. He won't suddenly vanish without explanation. If he does, it's because he's not prioritizing you. And yet, many women make excuses. Maybe he's just bad at texting, or maybe he's overwhelmed. But here's the truth. When a man is genuinely interested, he will move mountains to make time for you. No mixed signals, no confusion. So ask yourself, does he show up consistently or does he come and go as he pleases? Now let's talk about the second sign, a lack of emotional depth. When you talk to him, do your conversations feel shallow? Is he only interested in surface-level topics? Does he avoid deeper discussions about your life, your future, and your emotions? Authors like Richard Cooper, in the Unplugged Alpha, explain that men who aren't serious will keep interactions light, avoiding any real emotional connection. Chapter 5, pages 72-76, highlights how men who are just having fun will dodge serious conversations and avoid making real commitments. A man who is serious about you will want to know who you are on a deeper level. He'll ask about your dreams, your fears, your childhood. But a man who is playing will keep things superficial, because the moment he gets too deep, he knows it creates expectations. Here's a question for you. When you talk to him, do you feel truly seen and understood? Or do you feel like just another person he's entertaining? We've covered inconsistency and lack of emotional depth. But what comes next is even more revealing. The third sign that he's not serious about you is that he avoids making future plans. This is one of the biggest indicators that a man sees you as temporary rather than long-term. Think about it. When a man is truly interested in a woman, he naturally envisions her in his future. He makes plans, not just for next weekend, but for months down the line. He includes you in his life, introduces you to his close friends, and wants to integrate you into his world. But when a man is just playing, his plans with you are always short-term. He keeps things in the moment, never making solid commitments. You might ask, "What are we doing next month?" And he'll dodge the question. Or worse, he'll give vague answers like, "We'll see," or "Let's just enjoy the present." This is not about him being spontaneous. This is about him keeping his options open. Dr. Robert Glover in No More Mr. Nice Guy explains how men who are emotionally unavailable often resist future commitments. Chapter 8, pages 145-150, discusses how some men prefer to keep relationships in a gray area where they can enjoy intimacy without responsibility. So, pay attention. If he never talks about the future with you, if he avoids discussions about where things are going, it's not because he's taking it slow. It's because he doesn't see you as part of his long-term vision. And yet so many women ignore this red flag. They convince themselves that he's just not ready or that he needs time. But time doesn't change a man's intentions. It only reveals them. If he's serious, he won't hesitate to show it. Now let's talk about the fourth sign, which is subtle but incredibly telling. He keeps you at a distance from his personal life. A man who is truly interested in you will naturally want to bring you into his world. He'll introduce you to his friends, talk about his work, his family, and his personal struggles. He'll make an effort to connect your life with his. But a man who is playing you will do the opposite. He'll keep his life compartmentalized. You might notice that he never introduces you to his inner circle. Maybe you've been seeing each other for months, but he's never mentioned his family or invited you to meet his close friends. Why? Because he doesn't want you too close. He wants to keep things casual. In The Manipulated Man, Esther Vilar discusses how some men keep women in a state of emotional uncertainty to maintain control. Chapter 6, pages 92-97 describes how keeping distance in a relationship allows men to enjoy companionship without making real commitments. Ask yourself, does he let you into his world, or does he keep you at arm's length? If you feel like an outsider in his life, it's a major red flag. At this point, you might be thinking, okay, this is making sense, but how do I know for sure that he's not serious about me? The final sign is the most important, and once you recognize it, you'll never doubt a man's intentions again. Let's continue. The fifth and most undeniable sign that a man is not serious about you is that he does not make you feel secure in the relationship. This is the ultimate test. When a man is truly invested, he makes sure that you know where you stand with him. There are no guessing games, no mixed signals, no moments where you feel like you're walking on eggshells, afraid to ask where the relationship is heading. If you constantly feel anxious, unsure of what he wants, or afraid that bringing up commitment will scare him away, that's not a relationship. It's a situation where you're being strung along. Rollo Tomassi in The Rational Male, Chapter 12, pages 154-160, explains how high-value men who are ready for commitment don't leave women in a state of emotional confusion. He writes that men who truly desire a woman will claim her. They will remove uncertainty because they don't want to risk losing her. Compare this to a man who keeps you in limbo. One day, he acts like he's deeply into you, and the next, he pulls away. He avoids defining the relationship. He gives excuses like, I don't like labels, or let's not rush things. These aren't reasons. They're just ways to keep you emotionally invested while he keeps his options open. Think about this. Have you ever been in a situation where a man made you feel safe, where you didn't have to wonder if he was serious? That's what real interest looks like. When a man truly values you, he removes the doubt. Now let's reflect on everything we've covered. First, inconsistency. He's hot and cold, keeping you guessing. Second, lack of emotional depth. He avoids deep conversations and real connection. Third, no future plans. He dodges commitment and only focuses on the present. Fourth, he keeps you at a distance, never fully integrating you into his life. And finally, he does not make you feel secure, leaving you in a constant state of uncertainty. When you see these signs, don't ignore them. Don't make excuses for his behavior. A man who wants you will show you through his actions, not just words. So now it's your turn. Have you ever experienced these behaviors? Do any of these signs sound familiar? Drop a comment below and share your thoughts. I read every single one of them. And if you found this eye-opening, make sure to subscribe to Female Red Pill for more insights on the reality of modern relationships. Hit that like button and share this video with someone who needs to hear it. Before you go, check out these two videos on the screen now. They dive even deeper into the truth about dating and relationships. Watch them next to uncover even more secrets that most people never talk about. I'll see you in the next one.